Test scores slowly rising for students in North Carolina after hitting rock bottom during the pandemic, but they are still way below what they were in 2020. The North Carolina Department of Public Instruction releasing the scores showing improvements across the board, but ACT scores still down a bit. Experts say that a full rebound to pre-pandemic scores could take years. The data also shows the number of schools considered to be low performing has dropped to its lowest in years as well. Out of the 2,500 schools in the state, just under 400 will be marked as low performing. It was more than double that just last year.